Hey YouTube, take 4 on this giant stack of stuff. So, this is Never Ending Student. Hello from the bench. Uh, so, I have some recent acquisitions, and I wanted to show you some interesting stuff on it. I've been wanting to get a more modern featured multimeter. For a while, I have this Hewlett Packard 34401A. It's kind of a gold standard middle ground of excellent accuracy and precision, excellent performance multimeter that's been around since like the early 90s. And there's a ton of them on the secondary market because they were so popular, are so popular, and they're just workhorses that last forever. Um, so it's kind of the secondhand market gold standard of I want 6.5 digits and I want to know that it's not going to drift all that much, if at all. Because again, those, was it LM399 or the LTZ? Um, Forgive me, I really should know this off the top of my head, but I can't remember which reference device is in there, but it's super stable, and the longer it burns in, the more stable it gets. They're just chef's kiss. Anyway, I wanted I wanted the nicer display, and I wanted the trend chart, so I could let's auto scale. Yeah. Well, I mean we're on my DMM check, so there's no up and down noise to be seen here. It's flat. If we go recent auto scale, okay, there you go. So there's a teeny bit. Probably some of the noise is being introduced from the massive kind of parallel, not exactly daisy chaining of the wires I have to connect 5 meters at the same time to one reference. And I know I'm getting losses from that, so I'm sure I'm picking up some noise. But you can see, let's see, let's do the same thing here, display. The time window is at 1 minute, auto scale once. Yeah. So I wanted this ability specifically. I love this trend chart. I love the ability to see the source I'm looking at over time instead of having to pay attention to where the numbers are jumping up and down and try to do it in my head. This is a much better visual representation of what's happening over time with your voltage source. So that and the nicer screen is part of what I wanted. But let's go back to number. So I got this, a few weeks back, a month? A little less than a month. This is the 34461A. I got this as a pretty sweet deal on eBay. I paid after tax, after shipping, about $660, which is pretty well below the going rate where you can get those. It came in the original box with all the original documentation and accessories like a GPIB adapter and such. So even with the problems I found about this, I'm still pretty happy. This is going to be a project meter. So when I originally got this, side note, if you've watched my lab infrastructure video, you may have recalled one of the things you never have enough of is power outlets. Yeah. It's like, I'll never need to plan ahead to plug in 4 or 5 things on my bench at the same time. Oh, there you go. Need more power outlets. Always true. There is never enough. You always need more. So, yeah, I have a power strip, daisy chain from a power strip. Fortunately, all of these use very low wattage. Anyway, back to this. So I got this, and I checked it. It wasn't perfectly accurate, and I kind of shrugged it off because I wasn't doing the math. I wasn't thinking about what this meant. Go ahead and let's do the sacrilegious thing. round this up, so it's just 4,99800 to make the math easy. It's just 2 millivolts, right? 2 millivolts against 5 volts. That's nothing. This is a 6.5 digit instrument. 2 millivolts off of a 5 volt known in calibration standard is 400 ppm drift. 400. That's something around the scale of 20 times the precision off drift that you'd expect to see in an instrument of this caliber. So there's actually something wrong going in this. So this is going to be a project meter for me. Now, after I'd spent that money, along came something else on eBay. I couldn't see this. It looked like a 344-65A with no rubber and cracks in it, and it was listed for like $700. But, as almost never happens, this time it was from a seller that was local to me, like 30-minute drive away. So I was able to look up their business name and give them a call and say, hey, if I drive out there, literal cash on the barrel, I test it there, and I decide whether or not I'm going to buy it there. So no packaging, no shipping, no processing fees on eBay, no processing fees on a credit card. I'm making it as easy and cheap on you as possible. What can I get? $500. 500 cash. He had a ton of the, like 20 344-65As, and I mean, to be fair, the black one, it's just the year it was manufactured and the color of plastic, but sexy. Anyway, yeah, I was able to pick this up for $500. Year 2020 manufacture. Last calibration in 2023. Calibration expired in 2024. June 2024. So it's about 8 months out of calibration, which makes this the best poor man's transfer standard for measurement. Not source, but measure that I have available. Now, we're looking at this and seeing 4.99994. It's like, what's off? This or that? It's all these wires. I'll show you. So we'll unplug this. You see, oh well. You see that like just jump around like crazy while these aren't. Yeah. But I mean, that was me fiddling with it. Anyway, so let's unplug the DMM check and plug it straight into just this meter. Yeah. Oh, that feels good. So good. Let's go to trend chart. 1 minute, auto scale once. Oh, look at that flatness. Oh, you see how satisfying that is? Hopefully I can get this back in place without the lock line moving around. Oh, and sorry, this is how long everything's been powered up. Add 16 minutes to this because I accidentally knocked the screen, but add 16 minutes, so about 49. Oh yeah, so flat, so perfectly 5.00000 volts. Yeah. Feel those PPMs. So few of them. Okay. Let's see if I can get this back on. Actually, let's compare and contrast. So I'm actually trying to look through the manuals to see, because like it's suspiciously off by an exact amount, 2.00 millivolts, exactly 400 ppm. So I'm wondering if there is some setting in there that could have programmed it for a specific offset that wherever it was being used at last, which is like Clarion Corporation, I guess. If they thought they had a correct source and they programmed in an offset, I'm hoping that's it, because that's an easier fix. But, you don't always get what you hope for. So, yeah, 2 millivolts off compared to perfect. Let's go to display. Yeah, we're already on it. Trend chart. Auto scale once. Okay, we're getting noise on this where we weren't getting anything on this. And I trust this more by a lot. So, yeah, we probably have some issue there. Let's... Yeah. Yeah, noise there. Actually, hold on. Clear readings. Auto scale once. Okay. There is some noise on the source. Although if you look here, see if I can focus. Yeah, the high is like the top of the chart isn't even 10 millivolts above floor, if we call 5 on the dot floor. And then the bottom of our chart is like 10 millivolts low. So oh, I touched it. I'm gonna call what, maybe on the scale of 3 to 5 millivolts noise floor. So sub 6.5 digit resolution, because our resolution on this goes to the tens of millivolts. Let's auto scale again. Okay, so with the little jostling around I did, we now have the ceiling at 10 millivolts, and that at 98, 99. Sorry, I'm trying to get it in focus. It doesn't want to. All right. So let's put this back here. And hopefully this doesn't sink down. Slowly letting go. Okay. Lock line isn't as always as stiff as I'd like. So. Let's go ahead and pull that. And then we'll clear readings, auto scale. Or sorry. Yeah, auto scale once, auto scale once. All right, so they agree on the like noise distribution, but that digit right there. Hopefully I can fix this, and then I'll have a good 34461A. We'll see. But if you've ever heard the old joke, well, if you're hearing old jokes from old electrical engineers. If you have 1 meter, you know your voltage. If you have 2 meters, you have no idea what your voltage is. And if you have 3 meters, then maybe you have some idea what your voltage is close to. Obviously, the correct answer is to have more than 3. So you get 4. They don't agree. You get 5. Apply some statistical analysis. It's still not quite perfect. So obviously, the solution is to have n minus 1 multimeters measuring in parallel where n is infinity. I mean, what could be simpler? Or you could calibrate 1, I guess, but that seems less fun. Or get a 3458A. All right. So this is, take 4. I keep taking longer, even though I try to be more concise and take less time. If you're still here listening to me ramble about PPMs and jokes about how more multimeters make you more confused, you had something better to do with your time, right? I'm a boring autistic guy talking about tech. I don't know why you're here. Whatever.